the method to do some sketching. Now, if it's an odd function, then often what a question will say as part 1 is show that such and such is an odd function. And then later in this course, you will be asked to sketch it. So for example, if I know I have an odd function, and then I can say, then I know that, I might get something that looks like that. Well, if I know it's odd, then by extension, then it's got to do that, doesn't it? So when you're asked in a question to explain or show that something is odd or something is even, that's giving you a hint about what the graph would look like. So if I asked you to prove that something was even to start with, you would know it has axis about the y-axis, symmetry about the y-axis. Okay, now using calculus, what you might do is find that a particular curve goes through the point 0 and has a turning point there. It has a turning point at the points 3, 3, negative 3, 3, and 3, 3. Now there's a couple of turning points. I know it turns here, so it changes direction. Now, if this is an even function, I don't need much more information to know one of two things has to happen. Okay, so this graph either has to do this, well, it has to go up through there, up and through there like that, okay, or, well, there's no or, because if this is a turning point there, and that's a turning point, you can't have another turning point coming down. Like, you can't have something like that. Whoops. Okay, you get the idea. So knowing that if I've got turning points here and here, then because it's even, it's symmetrical about here, and I get this mirror across from one side to the other. So you'll be asked to show things are odd and even, not just from an algebraic perspective, not just show this is even, but part of a multi-step question. And as soon as you see things are odd or things are even, that's telling you how to sketch a curve. It's not telling you what it looks like, but only gives you that symmetry about the curve. Okay, and in this case, if it's going down through there, it's got to come up through there, and we have, down towards, well, negative infinity. Okay, and I'll leave that there, but there's a myriad of other ways. If I've got a curve that does this and it's odd, then it must do this. And you think of any example, and you can generate your own. Okay, so that's where you will see the actual application of odd and even functions.